around and put some edge control on my shit. Nah, I'm playing.
Yo, lips be stuck crazy.
This is not it. This is just body oil.
That's what? What's that?
Just some body oil.
Oh, what scent is that?
I don't know. She makes a whole bunch of stuff.
Who is she?
My friend Bree.
Oh, no, this is busting.
She got, yes, the natural Devi.
Yeah,
I'm about to shout out everybody I know. Stop playing.
Shout them out. Yeah, do what you gotta
The
do.
natural Devi. She got body.
She
got body butters, body oils.
I'm just gonna beep everybody out until they tell me that $20.
You know what I'm saying?
You want some?
No free promo.
No, it's good.
Can't get no more free, Randy.
They do the job.
They have facial scrub or a body scrub?
Yes.
I need one of them right now.
Yeah, she got a lip. She got like a body scrub that's like a lips. You can use it everywhere. It's natural. Everything is natural.
Word.
And if you want like a certain scent, you could hit her up and ask her for a request, and she'll make it.
All right, that's fire.
Whatever you want.
I got this new shea butter. It's called Himalayan Creed.
Okay.
Bussin'.
That Himalayan salt did the job. I had a body oil like that too.
Yeah, man,
Did the job, yeah.
Where you drove from?
Bridgeport.
All right.
Right
so
off
you
of
was, like,
Park
right
Ave.
there. Yeah,
Mhm.
well, not bad. Okay.
10-minute drive. I was surprised I was on time.
Right. Dang, I'm not surprised I wasn't.
You was on time. You was here before me.
You sure?
Oh, you got here. Oh, never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up. All right, cool. Okay. All right, so I just want to know, what's your name?
My government name.
How would you like people to, when you outside,
I go by Muma, yeah.
so for you outside, if people say Muma, you turn around.
Yeah.
How'd you get that name?
My mom gave that name to me.
Oh, so just,
Yeah, that's my nickname since a baby.
that's fire. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your real name?
Giselle.
You don't gotta say Giselle.
Yeah,
Alright,
Giselle.
Nice.
Yeah, but she gave me that nickname when I was a baby. She said I was a big baby. I was born 10 pounds. And it just came to her.
Hefty.
Yeah. I've only heard like 2 other people be called that.
Yeah.
So, very unique name.
That's what's up. Back in the day, I remember you used to always say, "Hey, yo, Muma."
Yeah, not for me.
Back in the day.
I don't like that song. I do not. Yeah, when that song came out, I was probably in what? The 5th, 6th grade or something, middle school. And they would be singing, maybe like the 7th grade, they'll be singing that song to me. I'd be like,
How old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay. All right, you got that. All right.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I'm right there.
I'm
Pushing 30.
Yeah, 31. I'll be 32 this
No,
year.
let me stop. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm older, so.
You're not. No,
How old
listen.
I look for real?
It's given like 28, 29,
Listen. I know y'all can't see me.
30.
I say that. I look my age. Ain't no young pup here. You know what I'm saying?
How old I look? I should have asked that first before I even
Nah, you
said
look
anything.
26. No,
26?
Yeah. That's what I was going
It's the makeup.
It must be. It's working.
I always hear like 22. I done heard going to the liquor store. I heard look like I'm younger than 18,
But I've seen a lot.
21.
So I can
Okay.
gauge a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. You feel like yourself today?
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It
Feeling like
feel
yourself?
all over the place. It feel like I'm figuring things out one as the time comes. As the day come, I'm figuring it out.
Yeah, but that's how you're supposed to live, one day at a time.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. But I live like in the future and in the past.
Oh.
But I also live in the present.
How it feel
At
to
the
live in the
same
future?
time.
Don't feel.
It
anxious a
feels
little bit?
hectic.
Okay.
Yeah,
You do live in the future a little bit.
yeah. That's where you get like the little anxiety and stuff like that. Yeah,
Sure.
that's where that come from.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, when you lived in the past, how that make you feel?
I be feeling guilty. If I'm being honest.
I feel you.
Because I just be thinking about the negative stuff in the past rather than the positive stuff in the past.
Why?
That's just how my brain works.
You just okay, so even if you've done something good in the past, you look in the negatives in it?
No, I think about the positive stuff. I got to think about that event
Okay.
to think about the positive stuff.
Okay.
But I always feel like I could do, more. I could do better. Figure out where I could do more and do it better so I could do it the next time.
So why would you say that's negative?
Because it'd be negative. It's
Well,
hard to describe. I don't know.
I kind of understand what you're saying, but I feel like you shouldn't put a negative connotation on that.
Oh yeah, I always hear that. See, that's the way the brain work though. It just does what it wants unless you like really training it. And right now I'm not training it, so it just come and go, and I take it as it come. And
Okay.
I just live in all types of.
But you feel the best when you live in the present.
I guess you can say that. I guess I don't really think about it at all.
So when you're just in the present,
I just be in the present.
Vibing.
Yeah. Honestly, when I'm in the present, I'm very much in the moment. I stay off my phone for the most part, which people don't like because people try to get in contact with me. But it's like I'm with people. I give them my full attention. Really take a lot out of me to pull my phone out to do that. I must really be bored.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah. So if I pull my phone out, you got to get on them questions.
Yeah,
It's like,
she's like, all right.
Yeah, if I'm scrolling right now, that's crazy.
Oh, no, that's what's up. Okay. Nah, you one of the first people I encountered that said they live in the past, present, and the future, or even knows what it feels like. Because those type of things is like, you never know until you go through it. So you never really know why you anxious, or you never really know why you sad, or you never really know like why you're not paying attention to your feelings right now, because you're just in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Some people not even that aware, and that's what's up.
Yeah, you gotta go to therapy.
True.
A little bit. Even if you take a little bit of therapy and do the job, they make you think outside of yourself.
Nah, it's facts. I don't do therapy, but I have therapy sessions with all my boys. Like, we talk about everything. Like, it's like Ryan, my brother, he know everything about me. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple people in my life that know a lot about me. So it's like I go to people that I know would give me unbiased. You know what I'm saying? Just like a therapist would.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what you need.
Yeah, because I don't like yes men around me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they'll have you doing everything left, right, and a third.
Yeah,
you
for
think
real.
you moving right, you
think I'm
moving
doing-
left
yeah,
for real.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like those type of I appreciate those kind of things, and that's why I feel like I like therapy. I just never went to it because I have an outlet for that. You know what I'm saying? Do you have that type of outlet, like friends, or you just chose therapy?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think the things I get myself into, my activities, stuff that I love, really is my therapy right now. I was in therapy a little bit, but I missed a few sessions and then just stopped going.
I feel you. So okay.
Yeah.
The consistency thing.
Yeah, it's a consistency thing.
Okay,
but like as of right now, my therapy is just being creative, the fashion show stuff that I'm in, just being. That's really it. I'm just a creative, so a creative person, and that's really my outlet.
So okay, let's. I like that creativity. I'm a creative person. So let's talk about creativity. Let's kind of delve into that. What's something that helps spark your creativity?
Everything.
You could just look at something and be like, "Dang."
I can't just look at something and then be inspired. I don't know. Like it's kind of like when you get deja vu. For me personally, when I get deja vu, like everything lightens up. So like I don't know, my senses just be like heightened, and so that's when I feel like I'm in deja vu. But when I'm inspired, it's basically like the same thing. I'd be like your eyes get all big. You'd be like, oh, okay, I can do something with that. Yeah, and I need to take a picture or something like that. If I have a picture of it, usually, or like if it's an audio, if I hear it or I can see it, it just runs through in my head. So like I could just visualize it, and it makes it easier to create stuff.
I get those same kind of feelings. All right.
Okay.
That's what's up. Yeah, you know, as a creative, you know, only we understand certain type of lingos.
That's a fact.
Things and that. We see something, be like, you know, people got the eye. They're like, yo, I can mess with that. You know
it's that eye.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. All right, so what's one thing that keeps you centered? I want to know that. Like, one thing that keeps you centered as a person.
Centered. One thing that really keep me centered that I don't do right now, going to the gym. That makes my mind like really. I be like level headed. Because other than that, I'm like, I wouldn't say lazy. I procrastinate. Okay. When I go to the gym, like after that, I be on go. Like let's clean. Let's do the work.
Yeah, it does give you that extra burst of energy.
Where we go? What we got to do? We got to do laundry. We got to go to Walmart. We got to go to the grocery store. I'm gonna go right over there.
The gym is one thing. If you stay consistent with that, it'll change your life.
Yeah, and you see the change too. So,
and it don't necessarily got to be the gym. You just got to work out, get your body right. You could be doing push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups.
Right. Like go for a little jog.
For real.
Them bleachers at Central work. They do the job.
Crazy?
I be trying to avoid the bleachers.
Niggas do the stairs up there for high. I know how that
People,
goes.
yeah. I
did
used to
that
do
shit up a long time
suicides
ago,
up them
boy.
bleachers. My friends used to have me going. I was on a runner's high at that point.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Man, okay.
But yeah, that's mostly right now. And then being a creative.
That's what I figured
Just-
you would say.
Yeah, just
Because
like
of how you described it. I
Yeah,
figured
like
that's
when
something
I'm-
that when you're in your zone, you zoning.
yeah, basically like if I'm anxious, I draw, and that's like the best time for me to draw. When I'm like sad, I'll do poetry. Like I have like just scrap pieces of paper that I get out. And then when I'm like, I don't know, I wouldn't say like when I'm happy I do a certain thing, cause like I get happy doing that thing, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I'm drinking, I'll paint. I feel like that's the best time for me to paint, cause
yeah.
I don't know, it just be doing its
You just
thing.
be free some shit.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then like my photography, I get real happy with that. Like I have to visualize it first to then take the pictures, and then that's usually when I'm
Okay.
like, okay, I can, okay,
All
I
right,
see.
all right. So, okay. So, how would you describe your profession? Because you just said photography.
I do everything.
Yeah, like so. what like,
It is hard to describe.
it's not just one thing.
No.
Multifaceted.
Yes,
Stop
very
playing with
much
me.
so.
Don't play
Very
with me.
much so.
All
Yeah.
right, so
I do a lot of stuff,
How
and
would
I'm
you just
still
keep
trying to
telling me?
venture out into a bunch of things that just pique my interest. I feel like when I was growing up, you know, you always hear like, what you want to be when you get older? Like
for sure,
ever since like you
Nobody
in third
knows.
grade or something, I used to be like, I don't know.
nobody knows.
Like never used to know, had no idea. And then I got to high school, I was playing Sims. And
Go ahead. Nah,
and Sims,
niggas don't know
like
Sims
that's a
real
game,
life, though.
yeah. That teach you a lot of
yo,
stuff.
real
Like I
shit,
didn't
shit
know
real
about
life.
fraternities
Sims,
and
yo.
sororities until I was playing Sims.
Grand Theft
And I
Auto,
went
all
to
that shit
college.
real
I didn't
life.
know none about that stuff until I was playing the game. But when I was playing, I really enjoyed like making the houses and doing the interior design stuff. So I went to college for architectural design.
Word.
So I have a background in that,
God
and then
damn.
I wasn't
Creative
really
for
like
real, though.
venturing out creatively, then because like you do a lot of math, you do a lot of creating there. But when I got out of college, I was like working in a 9 to 5 out in Jersey. And that was beating my behind down. I remember talking to like a mentor. I was like, I'm really struggling. Like I have no creative like outlet right now. And I'm not cool with the people I work with. Like I'm away from home. I don't see my friends. So it was like real difficult to really get to that point. And then I like quit that job and I started coaching because I did sports in high school and I did intramurals in college.
You did a lot.
Yeah,
Okay.
listen, I told you.
Yeah.
Listen, I do a lot. So I was coaching my sister's volleyball team, which was my old high school at Kobe. But I was just doing JV. So I was doing that, and I was working for this lady doing interior design out in Westport.
Okay.
And I accidentally got into like a random photo. He was like doing photos of the house because she was trying to sell her house. And he was like, "You should get into modeling." And I was like, man, I always hear that. I'm not trying to hear that. And I pulled my lady, the lady I was working for, Karen, I pulled her aside and I was like, you really think I could do a little modeling? She was like, girl, you're gorgeous. Like,
Of course.
he seems real nice. Just,
Yeah.
he gave you the business card. Just reach out. And working with him, right now I cannot remember his name, but I could pull up his Instagram later. Working with him, that was like the first time, like in 2020, getting into modeling.
That was the first time going into. I was about to ask you.
Yeah.
The first time going to model was 2020.
Mm-hmm.
How was that? How was it leading up to your first gig? By the way, shout out to him. Whoever
Shout out to him.
is.
I'm gonna get his Instagram in a
Yeah,
little
we
bit.
gonna
Yeah.
get your Instagram in a little bit. Shout out to him.
Yeah, I was nervous. I had my friend Quest coming. I was like, girl, I got this modeling thing. He's out in Westport. He said it's in his house. You know, you gotta be careful as a woman. You gotta
Yeah,
be careful in
for
certain
sure.
spaces with people you meet. You never know who you could encounter and stuff like that. You could just end up in real awkward situations.
Yeah.
So I was like, you gotta come with me. Like, if anything, you could probably hop in these photos too. Make sure your makeup ready.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
yeah,
always
yeah.
ready to put somebody on.
That's
And
fire.
she's done, photography for a long time too. So got to his crib and it was a nice little, like not shed area, just like a build off part of his back of his house. He had a small backdrop. His camera was real nice. He had a little setup.
All right, yeah,
The
yeah.
reflectors. Yeah, I got
So
in
when
there.
you
I was
walked
doing
back
my
there, you
little-
was like, "Oh, this is really like a
Yeah. I
Alright.
felt a little bit more comfortable.
yeah, okay, yeah."
He told me off rip, like, you could wear just like a sports bra or like a t-shirt that just, you just want some headshots. And I was like, okay, I feel comfortable doing this. All right,
Mhm.
let me
That's what's
let me
up.
see what this is looking like. And the photos came out really good.
And that was 2020, right?
Yeah, that was like
So
2020.
that's your first gig, 2020. When was your second gig?
My second gig was in Bridgeport, working with ink, Da Vinci Ink in Bridgeport.
I'm not familiar with
He does. He has
tattoos.
his own shop out on Knowlton Street in Bridgeport, Connecticut. He
Okay.
does everything too. He's a photographer. He has beauty supply shop in there.
What
He
you
has
said
a
his name was?
studio in there. Ink.
Ink. Shout out Ink.
Shout out Ink. Yeah. he, he has his own shop, so he had me shoot. He wanted me to shoot with him for a little bit, so finally got into his shop. We shot outside on the street, which was like real awkward because like it was my first time.
Doing
So
that.
like
Yeah,
I didn't know
every
what to
gig is
do.
your first time doing
Yeah,
everything,
like
huh?
so I just
Yeah.
didn't know what to do. Like
Nope.
real awkward. But once we got into the shop, like had a bit more direction. It was a bit easier to just
That's what's up.
take portrait shots than being outside. I felt like I had to be in motion, and I wasn't there yet. And so that was my second gig. And then I ventured out into runway. And
runway modeling?
yeah.
So how was your
fashion
first
shows.
time doing like?
I was
fashion?
nervous. I was with did my first fashion show. I was, you get on YouTube, you learn a little something.
Yeah.
I was with Money to Be Made. That was my first show. They didn't have no practices. I'm just used to like I thought it was just casting calls and then you just show up and you do the thing. And so I'm like giving them advice based off what I know from YouTube because it was their first time doing a fashion show themselves, hosting something with vendors and stuff like that. So I was trying to give as much advice that I could. I thought I did good.
That's
I
funny.
watched that video back.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's funny.
I was
thought I
like,
did
yeah.
good is hilarious.
I was like, I swore I was up there posing for like 3 seconds.
Come
Baby,
on.
I walked up there, hit a pivot, and turned
Yeah,
around.
nervous.
Yeah, I had a little spin in the process.
That's
Yeah,
fire.
did a little something. But
That's what's up.
I really started to get my practice with Chastity and her production, Chastity Niece Production.
Okay.
C.A Productions.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shout out Chastity.
House
You
of
should-
Anise.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
like that's a little insider, but
You silly.
yeah, that was my first time really like learning.
That's what's up.
real
So how
runway.
many modeling shows have you done since then?
I just counted the other day. I've only been in runway for a year and a half now, starting in January of last year, and I've been in 10 shows. I think.
Dang, you going crazy
Yeah.
though.
Like after my first time,
That's
I was
fire.
like,
You was
after that
hooked?
first show, I was like, I need a show every month until September. Like, I'm trying to get it going.
Okay, nah, that's fire. Cause a lot of people, to be honest, like 10 shows in 1 year.
A year and a half.
Dope. Come
Yeah.
on.
I got in a few shows this year so far. So
Already.
yeah.
That's
Working with
dope.
Chastity, yeah, she
Yeah,
gonna
she
keep
going
you
crazy.
booked
She
and
grinding it
busy,
out.
baby.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so what? You got any goals for this week?
For this week, get my work done at work. Get these formations down for the show we got going on July 9th at Von Ballroom in Hartford. Don't know the exact street and the address. I do a little bit, but it's for the Floor Escape show with Chastity and Niece.
Okay.
So we're gonna be running that.
Shout out to
On
Bomb
July.
Ballroom.
Yep. Shout out to Bon Ballroom. Shout out to Chastity.
Shout out Chastity.
Yeah, we do a lot of stuff. I'm actually, like I said, I do a lot of stuff. I got
Yeah,
promoted.
I can
You gotta have the eye. You
Yeah.
gotta have the eye. And my first show, I didn't really say much, and then the second show came around with Chastity. That was a break from normal.
Okay.
And that's when I started to really chime in a little bit, just helping people out where I just help where I feel like
Yeah.
someone might need help.
Yeah, you got a
They need
little
help
bit
with some
experience, you can
poses.
say
If
some
I see
stuff,
something
yeah.
that they could do, I'd be like, try
Yeah.
this,
Been
and
around
you
the
don't
block a
have to
little
do
bit.
it.
You could,
Yeah.
saying? You gotta,
I'm just gonna give that
I'll
advice.
tweak you out a little bit. Let me show you
Yeah,
a
a little
something.
sign.
I'd have been around the box a little bit. I made
Right.
my rounds. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And so we
Mhm.
had a promotional video for the show, and I was helping out here and there with the music. Now I'm helping out with picking out songs for us
Okay.
to do scenes in. Helping people with poses, figuring out what they could do with like angles on the camera, do this, do that. And she was like, I see that. So
Yeah.
she ended up putting me on as a co-creative director
Come on, yo.
for the
you be
production.
snapping.
Yeah, just a little
You be
something.
snapping. All right.
And like I said, I was in my first year, I was in like 6 shows, just back to back, not playing, constant practicing in the morning, practicing at night,
That's fire.
going to the gym. I like rearranged my house so I had like my hallway I could do stuff in,
Uh-huh.
like with my mirror at the end.
Yeah.
So then she ended up making me an in-house model, which was nice. So that the roles of that is knowing all the formations, helping people where they might need help with a formation, they might need help, figuring out poses. And then I turned into a model coach this year, so now I'm model coaching.
Stop playing.
So now I'm coaching the girls.
Ain't even
and
been
the
modeling
boys.
that long. Don't
Listen,
play with them.
If there's a
Come get some
if
lessons.
there's a will, there's a way.
I'm gonna stop playing. See, I like that.
Shout out Shrek. Shout out
Shrek.
Donkey.
Yo, you stupid.
If there's a will, there's a way, and I'm
This
gonna find a way.
this part of the interview, you know what I'm saying? This is I got a word from the Book of Emotions from Tiffany Watt Smith. And the word that I stumbled upon for you was hopefulness.
Okay.
And how do you feel when you hear the word hopefulness when it pertains to you? Like I don't know you.
Hope is life.
For real. So from our conversation, I already knew you was gonna be on that type of time.
Yeah.
And I feel like I really chose the right word without even knowing you were at all. I just saw you and I just okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I like that. Energy speak.
that'd be me. For real. I'm on that. So that's what's up. So hope is life.
Without hope, you really got nothing. Like what you working for? Like you hope to get something. You hope to get paid.
Yeah.
Every 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm modeling. I hope to see some photos.
That's a fact.
I'm on the runway. I hope to see a video somewhere.
fact.
Like that's what I do it for.
That's a fact.
The hope keep you pushing
Yeah.
to the next level.
That shit's real.
Or shoot, to keep going, because some people want to quit. Hope keep you going. That's a fact. So.
Like I just hope it'll work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If it don't.
Right.
You know,
And if
try
it don't,
again,
you just gotta find the next hope.
Mhm.
Hop on the next hope. No. Hop on the next hope. That's yeah.
That's crazy. All right. So, give me your favorite form of self-care. Do you like
My favorite
you spend out a
form
day for yourself, a day out the week, out the month, like
yeah, absolutely. My form of self-care, my creativity.
oh, she done got shy. You done got shy. Girl, if you roll up, say that. Ain't nobody say that. What the hell?
Listen.
Hey,
I'm
yo.
on a few. I
Yo.
do a lot of stuff, like I
If
said,
you
and I
blow
like
big
to.
gas, it's cool.
I like to separate
friendly
what I do
podcast.
from what I do. You know what I
Okay,
mean? I
heard
like
'em.
to, yeah. But
Respect to that.
that is a form of self-care. That
Respect
is
to that.
just.
Sometimes you gotta unwind.
Huh?
Sometimes you gotta unwind. You
Yeah,
just gotta
that
relax.
is my
Sometimes
form
you
of
gotta
unwind. Like people have a nightcap. That's
Yeah.
my nightcap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta go to
yeah.
bed on a high note. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
fine.
legal now.
It's It needs to be legal everywhere.
Like I said, I'm a coach, so
Yeah, but if you need to be scrubbed, be scrubbing
you
it.
gotta be careful. So
if-
my other form of self-care, in case y'all cut that out.
Yeah, we can cut that out. You don't worry about that.
In case you
We
do
can have
cut
a clean.
that out.
We can have a clean explicit version.
Yeah. I like to unwind at the end of the night with a
sure.
little nightcap.
For
That
sure, okay.
that is just many things. Like I might have a drink. I might watch a movie. I might go I like to ground a lot, like seaside. In the
Time to yourself type
summertime,
shit, like,
I treat seaside like it's Miami Beach,
Oh,
baby. I'm outside at seaside. For real though, I'll go and I live 5-7 minutes away. I'll a beach, my
Nah, I
beach
feel you,
chair, the
though.
towel. I get some wine. I get my
Okay,
other
yeah.
little forms of unwindedness.
Yeah.
And I
Self-care,
sit
yeah.
right at the beach and I'll sip and I'll sleep and I'll chill
Gangster.
and get the sun in. Yeah, the sun rays. The sun do the job. We are all flowers. We're plants, so we need that sunlight for real.
That's what's up.
But yeah, grounding.
Yeah, grounding. Okay. I like that. Yeah, I used to walk outside with no socks, all that, like in the grass. You know what I'm saying? But like,
You gotta be a little careful with that one now.
not
Gotta be a
well,
little careful
I'm
with
not
that
saying
one.
any grass. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Niggas got backyards and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas can walk in the backyard. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. We was doing that. Yeah, we was
Yeah,
outside.
say work out in the backyard.
Yeah.
no
That
shoes,
was
all
when we
that
was out. We
regular.
was actually outside. We
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
really in the house.
For real, for real.
You might do your homework and then you go outside and play.
Yeah, you
So
know, regular. Oh no, I'm talking about as grown folk.
Oh.
When I was grown in my backyard, I work out with no shoes on.
oh, you was grown.
Yeah, that's grounding. You know
Yeah.
that's grounding.
You was working out outside barefoot.
Yeah. Was something wrong with that?
What's your ethnicity?
I'm Jamaican and Haitian.
Oh yeah, that's what it gave. Yeah, you was outside in barefoot. That's what it gave.
Hey, yo,
yeah.
I'm one of the Jamaicans. I got soft feet. My feet not tough. I know Jamaicans got rough and tough feet, but not me.
All right now,
Yeah,
if you
for
be
real.
saying they feet look good, they might not.
Yo, listen. Yo.
No, I'm playing. No, I'm Jamaican too, so that's what it gave.
Yeah.
It gave outside.
So if your feet soft, you didn't climb no trees. Your feet tough.
My feet was very rough for a long
Ah, you
time.
stopped climbing
I'm
trees.
not gonna lie. I was very much a tomboy growing
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
This
yeah.
whole feminine thing is new to me.
It's new.
Yeah,
That's why
I had the
that's why when
corn.
I said
I had the
you
corn on the
thought about-
toes. Like, stop playing. I used to be outside, baby. Yeah. I used to have what? I got a bruise on my knee right now. I'd be outside still
Come on.
sometimes. No.
That's what's up. All right. This part of the podcast is called Feel This Way, where I say like a word or phrase or a sentence, and then you just tell me how it makes you feel. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say Sid University.
Oh, Sid, her stuff fire. We was out there in New York doing a show.
Word.
Yeah, her stuff is fire.
That's what's up.
Shout out Sid.
Yeah, shout
I'm
out
still
Sid.
trying to work with you.
She's still trying to work. Sid, stop
Like,
playing.
in a shoot or something.
I seen some fire, and I was like, nah, it's litty.
Yeah, we got some. I could show you some photos. I could put it up to the camera a little bit later. But yeah, she had a show out with Art Matters, Black Art Matters, out in New York and Brooklyn. We got casted for the show,
That's what's up.
and it was like a live show. And we went up on the stage, and people, walking through vendors and stuff. So it was very interactive. It was dope.
That's dope.
Yeah, she got some firework,
That's dope.
and she's a tattoo artist. I got
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
Yo, shout out Sid.
I'm full body promotion. Stop playing. I'm full body promotion. Oh, you want to see right here? Yeah. Honey, this was $50 tattoo. Pop up at the what's that spot? See, I'm a full body promotion. Terpy Thursdays. They be that's a weed convention spot on.
Yeah, sound like it.
I went for the tattoo though. I went for the tattoo.
Make
She
sure
was doing.
it
She
was
was
no
popping up.
self-care that day.
Yeah. She.
No self-care that day.
I can't be playing with you. Yeah. No unwinding. I did have a gummy though. The gummy was the gummy was straight. The gummy was straight. I'm not gonna lie. The gummy was straight.
All right. Another thing I'm gonna say is J. Cole.
Oh, I love J. Cole. My favorite album, Born Sinner. I used to play that before every basketball game. Every basketball
You was
game.
not nice.
Born
Bro.
Sinner.
Stop talking about basketball. You was not nice.
You lucky I got these. I be trying to tell the people. Y'all lucky I got these acrylics on right now. The boy and me.
Yeah.
The boy and me. We could hit a little 3-point shootout. I go right to Winfield. They got the courts. The courts be open a little bit. Stop playing. I be right there.
I do too, these Birkenstocks.
I owe a few people. It's okay.
You
I had these acrylics on for 3 years now. I've been telling people, give me a little time.
Nah,
I'll cut them down eventually. But yeah, that's one of my favorite artists. I saw him out in New York. What's that spot in New York? Madison Square Garden.
Oh, you in the
Saw
garden?
him out, yeah, with my best friend Jazz. Saw him out in Madison Square Garden. Amazing show.
Nice for,
Top tier.
he's one of the
Top tier. He did the whole thing where he'd be like, all right, I'm going to catch y'all. And then he left. He was like, huh? You leaving? And then he came back out. Yeah, that was lit.
Well, that's tough. Yo, see, I never been to one of his concerts. I know a couple of my
Gotta
boys
go.
have though. My boys like J. Cole.
Definitely got to
I fuck
go.
with him too. Another word I'm gonna say is relationships.
Okay. What about it?
What? What?
That's just a word.
You don't remember the?
Okay.
This is the part of the podcast where I
Relationships
say
are
a
very
word or a
important
phrase.
to have. Yeah. I honestly forgot. I thought you was just, I feel like that's a very,
Like, come on,
that's a very ambiguous word.
it's ambiguous.
Just a bit. You said Sid and then you said J. Cole. Those are very specific things.
Those are.
People.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Relationships.
But relationships are
specific thing, too.
important. You can have relationships platonically. You can have relationships physical relationships, soul binding relationships.
Okay. Soul binding relationships is kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Like I said, energies speak.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
That's a fact. Another thing, handmade pieces.
Love them. Sign me up. Sign me up immediately. Sign me up immediately. Yeah. Those go hard. You know, I like a graphic tee. I do love me a graphic tee, but the handmade.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I got a little thing I was making I told you I be doing
Oh yeah, pull it out.
Okay, so we had a fashion show yesterday
Uh-huh.
with Juneteenth.
Yeah.
The Juneteenth parade in Bridgeport, and we were supposed to have a little bathing suit scene.
Mm-hmm.
And my partner had a Jamaican flag trunks on, and we were supposed to do interactions. So I made a little thing to put around my bathing suit because you know it's child friendly. The bathing suit wasn't child friendly.
Okay.
Yeah, so I tried to do a little cover. I ran out of time, but this is what I got so far. But yeah, handmade pieces.
That's crochet.
Do the job.
Yeah.
It's gonna do the job every time.
A little waist and all that. That's fire.
I got more to go, but it's there. It's a little something.
Nah, that's
I did this in a
fire. I
day
get
and
it.
a half. I was moving.
Oh, so how long have you taken for like stuff like that? It's take a long time.
Man, that's like recreational. So like you could take your time. If you got to rush, you can rush.
Mm-hmm.
You could finish something fast. You could finish something short. It just depends on what you're trying to do. There's people that be doing like the bathing suits and stuff. I'm not there yet. I could do a little scarf, a little blanket.
A little scarf, a little blanket.
Barely the blanket because that is taking a lot of time. The scarf, I be moving.
So if you make a blanket, it gotta be like that times 10 type shit.
It's gonna be like a blanket size. Like people really be making blankets. Couldn't be me. Not right now.
Blankets and all that.
I'm gonna get off. I was low-key getting a little stiff doing that. I can't even
Carpal
imagine.
tunnel.
Blanket gonna take me 2 years. I'm gonna need some time with that. I'm gonna need a break.
That's crazy. For real. All right, and the last thing I'm gonna say is Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade. Okay, the only thing I really have about that man. First of all, I went and saw his last game.
How was that?
I have a lot of stories.
That's
wow,
why, that's why I want to know how was that.
Yeah, my best friend Jazz. Shout out Jazz. That's my twin.
Yeah, shout out twin.
That is her favorite player. If I'm not mistaken, they have the same birthday.
When's his birthday?
Her birthday January 17th, so it got to
you
be
don't know when
that,
his birthday
right?
is,
It
so
got to
you
be
know
that.
hers,
It got to be that.
It
So
gotta be, all right.
that's her favorite player, and she was like, "Oh, I want to go watch the game." So we made our way out to Brooklyn Nets game.
Oh, they played the Nets.
Yeah, they was playing the Nets. Me personally, I like to play rather than watch, so I didn't really care to watch the game too much. I'm over here like this on my phone recording the whole thing.
I was
like,
about to ask you if you've seen any player.
If you go to my Instagram, shout out me _
Yo, shout the grandma right now. Go ahead, 'cause you in your clown. Shout the
_
grandma.
Muma J.
Uh-huh.
I have a whole like little highlight of the game, and there was like mad players. We saw Carmelo Anthony. We saw who else did we saw? Who is that guy? He is balding now. He is short.
Man, it's talking about everybody.
Oh, I don't know what team he played for, but he is scrappy. Chris Paul, he balding now. He bald now. He used to have hair. Now it's like down to a 0. It's like a 0.0.
Yeah, he was probably there.
It's like a 0.5.
Yeah.
Barely.
You funny.
Yeah. He was there. There was a few people there. Gab Union was there. So I actually did go to see his last game.
How close y'all sat? Y'all sat close?
We had some spots up top, but you know, we finessed our way down. We just walked down to the thing. We saw some empty spots and stuff, and then people started filling in. We thought they had spots, and they was like, you know, people started claiming their spots. My twin was like, my twin is the queen of finesse. I will say that, because how many times I wanted to get up when they said to keep moving down, to get up out the spots if you don't own the spot. She said, sit right there. And we sat right there, and we was real close.
Fire.
Yeah, we was real close. I saw face. Oh, Joey Badass was there.
Oh, word?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was Brooklyn, so a lot of people definitely popping out.
In his last game at that, so they did a little walk around and everything. It was dope. It was real cool.
I heard you have a project coming out. It's a fashion magazine.
It's in holding right now. I made the Instagram just so nobody could take the name. But
you made the Instagram, so did you make the business so somebody could not take the business?
I made the Instagram name so nobody could take the Instagram name. Instagram is, you know, social media right now is very important when it comes to getting your stuff out there. Yeah, it's very important.
Crazy right now.
So I made the little logo, and I made the Instagram, and I follow myself in my studio page. But yeah, eventually I hope to just highlight creatives in our city. I'm real big on like making Bridgeport big. Like
Word, okay.
I'm very much rooted in Bridgeport. Like I want to venture out into other places, but to stay there physically, no. Like I want to get Bridgeport. We need revenue here.
Yeah, no,
like
I feel you.
if you want Bridgeport to be better, you got to try to
Shout out Connecticut. I feel like
shout out Bridgeport.
Shout out Bridgeport, but shout out Connecticut too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing Bridgeport. All I'm saying is I know everybody from Connecticut be putting CT on.
Oh
them,
yeah,
shout
absolutely.
Out Connecticut,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying, from all the way from Greenwich all the way up top to
I don't know about
wherever,
Greenwich. I don't
Wilmington,
hear
wherever
people
they
on
got
Greenwich.
Willimantic,
I'll do Stanford. I'll do Stanford. I know people on Stanford.
We shout out Stanford for sure. You know
I'll do Stanford up to Hartford. That's
Stanford,
just about it.
Harvard get it in for sure. Harvard definitely gets
That's
it
a
in.
fact, yeah. So
yeah, for sure. That's what's up. So why it's on hold?
Like I said, I do a lot of stuff, and as of right now, the other things that I have going on are my main focus.
Heard.
And I want to get into making clothes. I want to get into a magazine. I want to get into like just a few things, like my artwork getting real big. So like I'm just really focused on that now. But like I said, having that Instagram is important.
That's a fact.
So, but I'm
posting on Instagram. You don't post.
I do be posting. It depends how frequently you would think frequent is, because people post like twice a day.
Yeah, nah.
I'm going to post barely twice a month.
Yeah,
but my story is live. My story is active.
For sure.
Yeah. You could catch a bunch of stuff on my story. But like actually physically posting, I'm just very much a perfectionist. I like to get my stuff out there how I want to get it out there.
I'm going to pull up and follow you, see what's up. I'm like that too. When's your birthday?
November.
You Scorpio?
Mm-hmm.
All right. For sure. All right. You a Scorpio. Is it hard for you to show emotion?
No. Absolutely not. But listen, okay, so I'm gonna speak on the Scorpios right now. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna speak on
Scorpios.
I'm gonna speak on the Scorpios, and this is real. Muma. I feel like Scorpios will say yes when they hear this. Scorpios are very emotional. We are very emotional people.
No, y'all are emotional to yourselves.
We don't show everybody, because a lot of us have been scorned in ways where we put a shell on. We already have a shell, right? And then we breaking away at our own shell because we want to. Then you play in our face.
Yeah.
The shell is going back up times 10, baby. Now it's done. You're not seeing nothing. So, like, I think a lot of Scorpios, maybe, like, in childhood or when we were younger, were very much, like, open, and then were shunned into, like, not being so open.
Word.
And so now a lot of us are just, we are very protective. We are not always on guard, but we are very much observant, like, can be on guard at times. And just like kind of like analyze situations before we go ahead and open up and show people what we really rocking with. Like people don't like to pull up on me because I just be like this.
Yeah.
And I just be watching. Yeah. And so I look like I'm mean or something like that. But then you start talking to me, I'm very much friendly.
Fact. Crack the big smile, all that.
I make somebody laugh time to time. See? I do what it do. I do what it does. But yeah, no, we very much
So when's the last time you cried?
I cried, like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I cried 2 weeks ago. I'm not gonna hold you. It was my father's birthday. My dad passed away 10 years ago, and it was his birthday.
R.I.P. Pops.
So right, but it was real crazy because one of my bosses ended up passing away a week before.
Man.
And so like.
Close with that.
Nah, we weren't. I just been started working at this job for a year, but it's a small company, so you feel it. Like everybody's very much like at home at the company. So losing him, it was like real. It was like I didn't process it for a while, but with my dad's birthday coming up, I think I was just very emotional. Woman, you be having that time of the month, and that thing just be booming, make them emotions come out. So. So I was very much emotional, and I was like waking up crying, and I was like, bro, this is ridiculous. Like I'm supposed to be, what is going on? Yeah. Like I'm not supposed to be feeling like this right now. There is no reason. It's just coming out of nowhere. But before then, it's probably like 10 years or something. No, I'm playing. I don't know. I watched The Best Man Holiday a few years. Movies here and there gonna make me tear up.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That is something that has been like happening to me lately.
Crying or crying during movies?
Like I watch a movie and be like, damn, I feel you, my nigga.
What's a movie that you can't watch?
That'll make me cry?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow.
But I can tell you that one movie that had me fucked up. It shit had me fucked up. It was Big Daddy Adam Sandler. Yo, that shit had me fucked up.
I know you're.
The nigga was like,
I know you're lying.
My man's
nah,
like,
please tell
I can wipe my own ass. I was like,
please say psych.
yo.
Please say psych. Please say
Yo,
psych.
my nigga-
Please say psych.
Yo,
Please say
damn it,
psych.
bro.
Please say you're joking. Please say
Yo,
you're joking. Nah,
son.
for real, you're lying.
As a young pup, that shit had me fucked up. You gotta understand, bro. I didn't have a pops, so when I seen that,
Okay.
I was like, damn, I feel you, my
Now
nigga.
I feel bad.
Don't feel bad.
I feel bad. I'm so sorry.
Either, nigga, you know what I'm saying? We brothers in this shit. We brothers in this shit. You feel me? This shit, hey. That shit don't do nothing but create warriors for real.
I wasn't expecting that. All right.
Ain't no time out, nigga. Yo. Hey, don't pause that either, nigga. Don't pause that either. Yo.
I feel bad. I'm sorry.
We're not done.
You heard me. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Yeah.
But no. For real, Adam Sandler is my favorite white actor. If I'm
after
being
that,
honest, my favorite white actor.
After that, every movie I watch it, gang. He's that dude to me.
Yeah, no, he's amazing. He is amazing. Okay, now let me tell you mine. Since I'm really hoping you still say psych, but to be real, I cannot watch The Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, I kind of.
Because what? That's a father trying to make it for
fact,
his
but
son.
he was getting me tight a little bit.
How?
A lot of shit was going on in that movie. I do.
All right, we can unpack that later.
We definitely could.
Set It Off.
Yo.
When Cleo's sitting there.
Yo. You ain't lying, because that shit had me fucked up a little bit.
Turn it off. Selena. Like, can't watch Selena.
Right,
I'm gonna be at the gates of the jail when she get out. I'm gonna be at the gates, ready to.
You gonna do it,
Red? Do. That's like my main three. Honorable mention. I Am Legend. Can't.
You just Jack Will Smith.
You
Jack Uncle Will. He cool.
Right. I was with him when he smacked Chris. If I'm
I was
being
about
honest,
to say, yo, shout out
that
Chris
was
Rock.
Me. I'm a crazy nigga. I'm done with you. Smack him.
Nah, yo, what's today?
He'll be okay. It's the 11th.
Today? It's June 11th. Yeah, they would have just now got me off of Will Smith ass. I'd have still been beating his ass right now.
You're not serious.
He's not smacking me in front of people like that.
Oh no, that's a fact. Chris Rock handled
that,
himself. I believe it.
Right on stage. They gonna have to.
You on the stage.
Still rolling. I'm going crazy. Shoes off, all that.
Listen, that's a whole nother story in and of itself. I shouldn't have even brought that up.
Right.
I shouldn't have even brought that up, if I'm being honest.
Yo, I bet, yo. Shout out Muma, yo. Muma, you a real one. Definitely enjoyed this.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Listen, I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all got any more questions?
Oh, nah.
Oh,
I don't have no more.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I did good.
Yeah. You did. This is fire. This is something to hold us. Well, our mission is to bring us close to. What the hell, bro? Your handwriting. I'm sorry, but your handwriting is terrible, bro.
Our mission is to bring us closer to our emotions, to help us understand who we are.
Yeah.
Right.
Love. And who we want to be.
Not only who we are, but who we want to be. Out.
Love.